Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of 2 Samuel, the 9th chapter. And as we left off in the 8th chapter, the Lord was with David, right, in his pursuit and his conquering of the neighboring nations and subjecting them under him, and making them servants and paying tribute unto Israel. 2 Samuel 9:1. And David said, Is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul, that I may shew him kindness for Jonathan's sake? And there was of the house of Saul a servant, whose name was Ziba. And when they had called him unto David, the king said unto him, Art thou Ziba? And he said, Thy servant is he. And the king said, Is there yet any of the house of Saul, that I may shew the kindness of God unto him? So David wanted to do good unto the descendants of Saul for Jonathan's sake. And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan hath yet a son, which is lame on his feet, so he can't walk. And the king said unto him, Where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, Behold, he is in the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, in Lodebar. Then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, from Lodebar. Now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, was come unto David, he fell on his face. Now remember, Mephibosheth was the one who, when he was a child, upon his nurse hearing of the news of Jonathan and Saul's death, she tried to flee with him quick. And in making haste, she dropped him, or he fell, and he became lame, so he couldn't use his legs. And that is the same Mephibosheth who is now brought before David. So he falls to his face and did reverence. He bows to David. And David said, Mephibosheth. And he answered, Behold thy servant. And David said unto him, Fear not, for I will surely shew thee kindness for Jonathan thy father's sake. And I will restore thee all the land of Saul thy father, and thou shalt eat bread at my table continually. So you're going to be well taken care of. Don't worry. I'm going to give you back all the land, all the stuff your father had, and you're going to be eating here with me. So you're never going to go hungry. And he bowed himself and said, What is thy servant, that thou shouldest look upon such a dead dog as I am? And that dog was like, basically like a phrase of almost like a worthless, basically, right? And so this was Mephibosheth humbling himself before David in saying that, like, but who am I, as worthless as I am, that you would, grant such a blessing upon me? Then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant, and said unto him, I have given unto thy master's son all that pertained to Saul and to all his house. Thou therefore and thy sons and thy servants shall till the land for him. And thou shalt bring in the fruits, that thy master's son may have food to eat. So basically him and his house. But Mephibosheth, thy master's son, shall eat bread always at my table. So he'll stay here with me, and he'll always, he'll eat with me here. And the thing about the king's household was they ate swell. Let me put it like that. That's why gout is called like the king's disease, because they had an abundance, right? Meats and cakes and bread and all of those things. So if you were eating with the king, you were very well taken care of. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. And then said Ziba unto the king, According to all that my lord the king hath commanded his servant, so shall thy servant do. As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table as one of the king's sons. So I'm going to take him, I'm treat him as one of my sons, one of my own sons, and he'll eat here with me. And Mephibosheth had a young son, whose name was Micah. And all that dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants unto Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table, and was lame on both his feet. And that is the end of 2 Samuel, the 9th chapter. And Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachak Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.